thank you, Mike, and thank you, Grayson. Thank you, all the brothers in University of North Carolina, Charlotte staff members that came here tonight, inviting me to speak here. Coming to this school as a kid that just graduated college, really didn't know what he was going to do, and getting to meet some of these guys truly was an experience that I'll hold, for the rest of my life. I was at this school for 6 weeks. It was a long 6 weeks. It was a 6 weeks where I didn't know if I thought this was going to be my job. This was what I wanted to do, Even after the associate member ceremony, I'm like, man, that was hard being away from my family. First time on the road, away from my home, away from my girlfriend, my cats, But when I came back and I initiated those 22 men, I remember so vividly texting my mom, texting my girlfriend, this is why I do this. This is why Lambda Chi matters. I've gotten way too much thanks for what's happened here tonight, because truly, all I did was find the best and the brightest men at this school and put them in a room together, and greatness happened. Truly, I am so thankful for this opportunity, and they have set the bar for what a chapter, a new refounding Zeta of Lambda Chi Alpha is, and what can be. I do have a brief history that I think for some of the new members, as well as the current members, would be interesting. The events that led to the founding of Lambda Chi Alpha are hazy. However, Warren A. Cole had a vision, and his vision continues to change the lives of men across North America. There are two visions of our story. Before coming to college, little did we know that this story would change the lives of so many of the men sitting here today. Cole attended Boston University Law School in 1909, and he had a vision of starting a fraternity ever since his days in prep school, where he had been a part of Alpha Mu Chi at Durfee High School. He did have unsuccessful attempts at starting fraternities, but Cole created Lambda Chi Alpha in 1909, standing for Loyal Collegiate Associates, or in a humorous tone, Loyal College Asses, until the meaning changed in 1913. The first story states that our organization began with a meeting at 22 Joy Street in Boston, where Warren Cole, Percival C. Morse, Clyde K. Nichols, and Albert Cross swore allegiance to the fraternity. The meeting had been called for the purpose of considering the reorganization of the Cosmopolitan Law Club, a society of Boston law students. The second story states that our organization began with a group of men that have lived in Pemberton Square, which they've used as a location of study since the law school was located at Beacon Hill. This group became known as the Cosmopolitan Club, but did not necessarily lead to the formation of Lambda Chi Alpha. The story continues that at its origin, Lambda Chi Alpha was a prank. Cole previously lived with James C. McDonald, a Sigma Alpha Epsilon pledge. He was walking, Ralph Miles, another roommate, and came to a window in a jewelry shop, and they saw pins that looked like fraternity pins. These pins were being sold for discount prices. Cole and Miles bought a pin and began wearing them to tease McDonald. And this is where the identity of the little college asses was created. However, once the joke became serious, they changed the name of the Loyal Collegiate Associates. November 2nd, 1909 is our founding date, because that is when an a-critical meeting with Clyde Nichols, Percival Morse, Warren Cole, and Albert Cross took place, and it was the first formal step in creating Lambda Chi Alpha. Even though some of the specifics remain unknown, we know that without these men today, we may not be here today. As members of a refounding, you guys serve a significant part in the history of Lambda Chi Alpha, and a significant part of the history of the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. The founding fathers that were part of this refounding will be remembered even if the dates and the times are forgotten, just like Cole. And many of you, when coming to college, may have never thought about joining a fraternity. And I'm happy that Lambda Chi Alpha was able to bring us closer. The parable of the talents is a story that reminds me of the role of a As you may recall, it's a story about 3 servants. The first is given 5 pieces of silver. The second is given 2 pieces of silver. And the third is given 1 piece of silver. The master leaves for a trip, and upon his return, wants to receive an accounting on how the servants use his money. His first servant turned 5 pieces of silver into 10 pieces of silver. Second servant turned 2 pieces of silver into 4 pieces of silver. But the last servant, who was given 1 piece of silver, buried his head in the ground in fear of losing it. The master was furious with the last servant. He had given him a gift that was never used. As a founding member, you were given a gift, and this gift bestowed upon you would forever change your life. Upon signing that bid to join Lambda Chi Alpha, you acknowledged that your goal was to make something out of yourself and out of this organization at this campus, and to accept every member of your chapter as a brother, without reservation or evasion. Today you have proven that you are like the first servant. You have multiplied your talents through your recruitment of new members, your close-knit brotherhood, and your commitment to becoming a chapter of Lambda Chi Alpha. At this time, I would like all members, including alumni advisors of the Beta Upsilon Zeta, to please stand. On your oaths as a brother in Zeta Alpha Chi, do you really confirm all of your promises you made during the initiation ritual and the associate member ceremony? If you agree, say, I do.
I do.
Do you commit to hold your brothers accountable and continue to excel in academics, philanthropy, and brotherhood efforts? If you agree, say, I do.
I do.
Do you accept this charter with all of its benefits, privileges, and as a reminder of your continued work to improve your chapter at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte? If you agree, say, I do.
I do.
Do you strive for the unattainable and the impossible to work to become one of the best chapters within American universities, within Lambda Chi Alpha, and at the University of Charlotte? If you accept that, say, I do.
I do.
It is my honor and privilege to declare the establishment today of a new chapter of Lambda Chi Alpha. Bear in mind that with that privilege goes obligation, and that every opportunity and benefit offered by the fraternity demands application, sincere effort, and that growth is the cardinal principle of Lambda Chi Alpha and is possible only through your determined effort. Family, friends, guests, and brothers, I present to you the founding fathers of Beta Upsilon Zeta of Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. I would now like to formally present the charter to Grayson Kiesler, Hi Alpha. Can you please join us? On behalf of the International Fraternity, the Grand High Zeta, and all brothers throughout the world, it is my honor to present this charter to you and the founding fathers of Beta Upsilon Zeta at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, and welcome you among us as a chapter of Lambda Chi Alpha. Congratulations and best wishes to you, brother. It's truly been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Brothers, you can take a seat. Thank you, Peyton, for your words, for your presentation, and thank you, brothers, for stepping up. At this time, I would like to read off every single name of the founding fathers of Beta Upsilon Zeta of Lambda Chi Alpha. They are printed in your program as it is written. I think it's special for us to call out each name. The reason being is this is a legacy that starts today and will continue going forward. Adam, Aiden, Alan, Aspen, Bailey, Bennett, Bobby, Brady, Braden, Brennan, Brenton, Bryce, Darius, David, David, Dylan, Felipe, Gavin, Grayson, Hayden, Holland, Jack, Jackson, Jacob, Jaden, Jeremiah, Caden, Canaan, Krish, another Krish, Kyle, Landis, Marcello, Matthew, another one, Matthew, Michael, Nicholas, Oliver, Orhan, Owen, Quinn, Rashid, Sinkop, Thomas, William, and we have another William, Woody, and Zach. You, gentlemen, is what today is all about. Thank you for stepping up to the plate and being a part of history. What a day, what a moment, what a chapter in every sense of the word. As we bring this unforgettable celebration to a close, I want to take a moment to reflect on what we witnessed today. We've seen the accumulation of years of vision, grit, and brotherhood. We've honored the journey of Beta Upsilon Zeta, from a bold idea years ago to a thriving associate chapter, and now officially a charter chapter of Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity. Gentlemen, you are no longer building a legacy, you are one. Now don't mess it up. To our founding fathers, your names are now etched into history of this fraternity. You've built something that will outlast you. And that's not a small feat. You've led with courage, character, and conviction. And to our High Zeta officers, Grayson, Jacob, Darius, Sankal, Matthew, and the rest of the entire team, your leadership has been nothing short of inspiring. You've proven that the Crescent truly is ever growing. To our Alumni Advisory Board, CK, Corey, Kevin, JJ, John, Max, Steve, Tony, Wade, and Will, thank you for your time, your wisdom, and your willingness to answer late night texts from me. You've been the scaffolding behind this chapter's rise, and I'm proud to serve alongside each of you. To our special guests, Dr. Bailey, Dr. Simpson, Rogelio, of course Peyton, thank you for being here today. Your presence affirms the values of what we're building on, and your support means the world to these gentlemen that sit before you, and to all who believe in their potential at UNC Charlotte. In our program appears our values: loyalty, duty, respect, service and stewardship, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Now, I know that there's a little downside to every celebration, so just let you guys know that we do have a milestone to actually achieve. That is helping with the milestone of the risk management assessment fee. We will start a journey starting after today to help the actives to repay this fee down. It is a very real part of sustaining our chapter's future. To help shoulder this cost, the Alumni Advisory Board will soon be accepting donations, whether you're a proud alumnus, a supportive parent, or someone who just really loves round numbers with commas in them. We'd be grateful for your help. Every dollar brings us closer to ensuring the chapter continues to drive and safely and sustainability. This is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of the new chapter, one rooted in loyalty, duty, respect, and most of all, brotherly love. Let's continue to grow the Crescent, guided by the cross, and let's do it together. Thank you for all being part of this historic day, and as always, in Zach. Thank you, gentlemen. Please take time to mingle to get no guests, as well as please into the food. Like we can have it all. Thank you.